Am I a democratic socialist? Am I? Well, I'm a Democrat who welcomes his party to be taken over by the Democratic Socialists. Am I a Democratic Socialist? I'm not a card-carrying member of the DSA. Here's what I believe in: Medicare for all, housing for all. There should be no homeless in this country. We need a housing glut, meaning federal, state, county, and city public housing, which will drive the cost of housing down. More housing, less demand, more supply. I'm getting that right? More housing means it costs less to buy a house. So by building more houses, you make housing affordable for people who aren't living in public housing. A Green New Deal, I believe in taking money from the Defense Department and other places where we're wasting it, and building out a new Green Deal, renewable energy, outlawing the oil companies. Not just outlawing the oil companies, but arresting the CEOs. Now, I know that's not going to get anybody elected, but if, I would like to see the CEOs of all the oil companies tried for crimes against the climate. Free public college, tuition free. Cancellation of all debt, student debt. I believe in strong labor unions, power to the people. But more than unions, I think we need worker protection coming out of Washington, D.C. that doesn't require unions. I'm for unions. I'm a union member, proudly so. I like the French model, where union membership is as low as America's. But in France, it's low because people don't need to join unions. The government is providing all the benefits, providing the safety net, not the unions. In America, we rely on unions or our bosses to provide us with benefits, and that makes us both loyal to the company and to the union. We don't question the union. We don't question the boss, the company, because our health benefits, our pension is at stake. I believe we do what they do in France, which is the government gives you the benefits, the health benefits, and the pensions. The unions fight for wage increases and other issues. I believe in taxing billionaires out of existence and arresting their children. I know that is not going to get too much support from most Americans, but I believe if you're the child of a billionaire, you should be arrested. I do. Sorry. In fact, here's what I'm saying. You can keep your billions. We're taking your children because it is child abuse. If you're the child, if your father or mother is a billionaire, you're being abused, emotionally, spiritually, philosophically, and so we're taking your children. Keep your billions. We're grabbing your kids. Problem is most billionaires would say take them. So yeah, just tax billionaire. Leave the kids alone. They're already being left alone by their parents, so leave them alone. But yeah, tax billionaires out of existence and start arresting them. Not all of them, but most of them. Abolish ICE and truth and reconciliation we have to have a truth and reconciliation program for the victims of ICE. We have to find out what ICE did. Arrest the CEO of Core Civic and Geo Group and make them live in these for-profit ICE detention facilities for the rest of their life. We're going to shut them down, so just put them in a cell, 23 hours a day of solitary confinement for all the top for-profit prison executives. Do I mean that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They're responsible. How many? 50 dead this year in for-profit ICE detention facilities? Yes, I believe in putting them on trial and locking them up for life. I believe full access to reproductive health care for free. I believe in free abortions. I'm pro-abortion. I'm not pro-choice, I'm pro-abortion. I support Black Lives Matter and racial justice. I believe our prisons should be emptied out because they're filled with poor people or people of color, most of whom pled out because they had no money. If you're violent, then you should probably be in prison. But I do believe that if we have about 2 million people behind bars, and that's about right. We have 340 million Americans. I believe 2 million out of 340 million Americans belong in prison. But we've got the wrong people locked up. Okay? The wrong people are being locked. You know who needs to be locked up. Healthcare executives. Believe me, you could get a grand jury to indict, if you wanted to, Rick Scott, the senator, Republican senator from Florida, ripped off Medicare and Medicaid to the tune of $1 billion. The Justice Department just decided to fine his hospital chain, but not him. They prosecuted Rick Scott in civil instead of criminal court. It's time to start locking these people up. I want racial justice. I want justice for the LGBTQ community, transgender rights, full equality. I want to cut the defense budget, massive cuts to our defense budget, and I want to expand Social Security to everybody. Everybody should get a check from our government. And Medicaid, you want to call it Medicaid for all? I'm all for that.